Hi, my name is Matthew, and on this channel we talk about merchant navy and maritime related content. Now the video you're watching now is actually a part 2 video all about subjects you study in the merchant navy as a deck cadet. Now if you haven't seen part 1, which talks about first year subjects, then just click over here and watch that video. Otherwise, let's just move on into second year subjects. Now, second year subjects are actually very similar to first year subjects. In second year, however, there's a bigger focus on management. And if you're doing the foundation degree, it's also all about obtaining the underpinning knowledge of a chief officer. Let's just get straight into it. Now, the first subject I'll talk to you about is management of navigation. Now, this subject is actually split up into quite a few parts, but I'll just go through them quickly. The main unit of this subject is coastal passage planning. Now in this unit it's all about passage planning and going through the 4 stages of APEM, and the exam will basically just be doing a full passage plan on a chart and you'll get examined on that. The second unit is sailings, and you'll notice that was in the same with first year. However, in second year the calculations are a bit more complicated. You're doing things like composite great circles and also finding the latitude or longitude on a great circle. So it's a bit more difficult and a bit more complicated, but it's quite similar at the same time. You'll also do bridge management, which you'll notice was also in first year. The rendezvous unit is all about calculating on a radar plotting sheet how you'll rendezvous with another vessel at certain points, for example, search and rescue operations. The last unit of this is TRS, or tropical revolving storms. Now this is quite similar to meteorology. If you don't know what that is, a TRS, it's like hurricanes or cyclones. So you're really learning how to navigate around these, and it's all navigation part of it. Now the second subject I'll talk to you about is meteorology. Now we did do meteorology in first year, but in second year it's just a bit more advanced, and again you're looking at how to plan ahead and how to really work with meteorology in a real life situation on board. You're also looking at how to read synoptic charts a bit better and really learning more how things work in terms of meteorology. The third subject we did was stability. Now second year stability was a lot more difficult than first year. You're going into more complicated calculations that are a lot longer, and you have to think a lot more of what's going on. Instead of maybe moving about 3 weights, you're now looking at ballast tanks, fuel oil tanks, and also cargo. So it's a bit more real life and a bit more complicated, which I found super interesting. The next subject is cargo operations, which is actually a huge subject in second year. The same as first year, you're looking at dry cargoes, liquid cargoes, again container ships, and then passenger ro-ro ships, and looking at those cargo operations. And it's really going a lot more in depth, looking at publications, safety, and requirements. Now you also have to do a very large cargo assignment. This is in the dry bulk section, where you'll be given software on a USB that you put onto your laptop, and you actually have to create a loading plan and a discharge plan for this vessel that you're given, and you have to bring it from different port to different port, following all the laws, the requirements, stability, and you're really making this huge assignment on all these stages, and there's a few questions as well of scenarios that you have to discuss. The next subject is marine law. Now marine law is very interesting. It can be quite intense. You're really looking at everything that goes on in the background, so all the laws that are going on, how the ship functions in a company, and all the different parts that play a role in the world of shipping. So it is quite interesting, but again, quite difficult. Now the last subject you do is management studies. Now this is quite interesting. You're looking at things like management and leadership on board. So you're looking at the hierarchy and the responsibility of different roles. You're also looking at different kinds of culture management and seeing how to manage different groups of people and how different people respond to different styles of management and leadership. Now this is definitely an important subject as you're going to be an officer someday, so really learning about management is quite important. You also look at things like accident investigations, so you read through MAIB reports and looking at how the management might have failed and how it can be improved. You also have to do an assignment on this, so we looked at the Saga Rose MAIB report and you had to answer a few questions and make an assignment on it. Now just like first year, you also had to do work-based learning. Now I don't know if it's really a subject, but you definitely have to do it. In second year you had to do a 4,000 word essay, and it was all about the management on board your ships that you've sailed on. So you're really digging deep into management, leadership, and then different things that happen on board, like arrivals and departures, mooring operations, things like that. So yeah, that's all the subjects you do in second year when you're in college studying to be a deck cadet. If you found this useful, make sure that you hit the like button, and if you're in the maritime industry or you enjoy this kind of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified of upcoming content that I'll be posting. Thanks for watching, and see ya.